Hello, everyone, and welcome back. This is Joe, aka Coach Joe, aka Joe the Wellness Curator, and we are here for another episode of the City and Mindset Podcast, where we are redefining what wellness means to you. Baby, we are here in 2025, second episode. I am super excited to talk about what is going on in 2025. Today, we're going to dive into the buzzing world of wellness trends for 2025. So let's jump right into it. You've seen them, the TikTok videos, the Instagram posts, the headlines screaming, "This new trend will change your life." But will it? Today, we're unpacking the biggest wellness trends of the year. Which ones should you embrace? Which ones should you leave behind? But most importantly, how can you make choices that align with your wellness journey? Let's kick it off with some of the trends already making waves in 2025. I'm going to break these down for you like this. What are they? Why are they trending? And whether you should embrace them or ignore them, at least in my opinion, my humblest of opinions. All right. So, first up, trend number one, AI driven wellness coaching. All right. So, first up, again, AI driven wellness coaching. So, this trend uses artificial intelligence to create personalized fitness and nutrition plans. So, think of it as having a trainer or a dietitian in your phone, just ready to go. Just asking questions, it's giving you back feedback. All right. So, why is it trending? AIs are becoming smarter than ever, and people love using them at their convenience. It's a convenient tech, right? You can use it, personalize it to give you different tones that might match your energy. But here's my personal take. While AI can be a great supplement to your routine, it should never replace the human connection, right? A coach or a trainer knows your energy, knows your emotions, things that an algorithm can't feel. Right. There's some things that you just have that connection. And it's like I said, it's good for helping. It's good for adding it. It's good for maybe getting another opinion. Right. But when it comes down to the real thing, when it comes to that human interaction, that human connection, that's something that the AI cannot bring. So the verdict to me, embrace cautiously. All right. Make sure you use it. Be very cautious. Do fact checking, right? All right, next up is micro workouts. All right, so these are super short, intense workouts, like 5 to 10 minutes of burpees or planks and jumping jacks, right? You just do really small, short intervals of workouts, and that's it. So why is it trending? I mean, do I really need to say life is busy? People love the idea of getting fit in minutes, and it's very convenient. Sometimes you just want to get that nice burst of energy, that nice exercise, and go on with your day. So for my take on this is if you are short on time, I think micro workouts are awesome, but don't forget the value of a longer session for building endurance and mental resilience. All right. I think these micro workouts are a good addition, especially if you're traveling or if you just have, if you are, example, I was speaking to my friend today and he is a new father that's kind of working his way into fatherhood as well as trying to figure out what that means for himself and getting workouts in. And he was someone that was, always active. So he's trying to find that again. And this would be the perfect thing. Micro workout, something very quick, and it also gets your stamina up so you can do maybe 15 minutes if you want. So again, verdict, embrace. All right, trend number three. So this one's going to be interesting, and it's gadget-free wellness. It's all about ditching fitness trackers, smartwatches, and apps to tune into your body instead of a screen. So why is it trending? People are burnt out by technology, and they're just looking for a more mindful approach. Now, my take on it, and I'm gonna actually tell you my take on it, and then what's actually happening. If you're someone who's constantly glued to your watch, this could be a really refreshing reset. Learning to listen to your body is a skill. So, to make this very personal, I actually am personally thinking about doing this. I think that one thing that I've been thinking about is, sometimes I'm thinking about my workouts in terms of like how long and even I have an Apple Watch, how many rings or how many quote unquote points or I am accumulating over the day. When, in theory, these points or what do they call it? It's not calories being burned, right? It's not pulling that kind of accuracy. And it makes me think about my wellness and wanting to be a little bit more in tune with my body and feeling the workout instead of just trying to hit a number. I think overall, this is kind of getting on a tangent, but for 2025, one of my goals or my one of my themes rather, because I haven't really even thought about goals yet, honestly, for the new year, and I typically don't, but it's been to be more in my body, whether that's about food, being more intentional, or being more in my body, such as food. I'm doing like workouts now. Instead of just focusing a lot on like these goals and aesthetics and stuff, it's just like, how does it feel? Right. Even yesterday I did, or today I was doing pull-ups, and typically I'll look at the watch and say, okay, I have this much left, or I'll look at it for time. But I was just like, I feel like I want to do 10 more pull-ups. And I did eight. But, I still did what I felt compared to what I would have done if I was just focusing only on, okay, my watch said I did this, let's cut it out. So, my verdict on this trend is embrace, especially if you're feeling tech fatigue. And furthermore, especially with the Apple Watch, if this is something that you only want to do temporary, you can always pause your rings, nice little pause, and then go for it and see how it feels. If you feel like you're getting benefit from not being on that watch, then you can give it up, sell it, donate it, etc., etc. If you feel like it adds a little bit more a little bit more competition, a little bit more accountability, which it does for a lot of people, bring it back. So yeah, embrace, especially if you're feeling tech fatigued. All right, next trend, trend number four. Now, this one is a controversial one. It's extreme fasting and biohacking. So think about fasting for 24 hours or longer, or doing crazy things like sleeping in hyperbaric chambers. I hope I said that right. Hyperbaric, baric chambers. So why is this trending? Biohacking promises longevity and superhuman performance. That's the promise. So to me, I think so. There's a lot of different biohacks, and I even think that some of them have some merit, right? I think some of it, we could say is backed by science, but there's some I don't know. The jury's out. So I think with that, you just got to be careful, do your research, make sure that you are really understanding why you're doing certain things, and make sure you're not making any big changes. And this also goes for fasting, right? I know a lot of people do fasting for religious purposes, um, but just also being keeping in mind if you're doing it for dietary purposes. I know some people do it for hormone reasons as well, but just make sure you're always consulting with your doctor, whether you're doing it for religious purposes, your diet, whether it's a just a quick diet, whether it's for hormones, whatever it is. Just make sure you're always checking with your doctor, because you just never know how this will interact with you, especially if you have anything preconditioned or you're taking any medication. And sometimes extreme fasting for long periods of time will actually mess up your metabolism and your mental health. So always approach it with caution and make sure you're asking an expert. And some random YouTube is not always an expert. Okay. So my verdict is to ignore, unless, talk to your physician. And number five, trend number five. Finally, let's talk about something fun, and that's play therapy. Play therapy for adults. So this involves games, puzzles, activities to reduce stress and boost creativity. So why is it trending? Wellness is evolving to include joy and playfulness, not just discipline. And honestly, my take is literally that. It's life is hard enough. Adding some fun into your routine is like a no-brainer. And that's literally what Obsidian Wellness Club's about. Shameless plug. It's about playing, exploring, experimenting, and like getting back into that joyful, unlimited potential, unlimited dreaming, unlimited joy that we used to have as children, or um, and getting back to that. Adulting, adulting be a drag. So verdict for this: embrace. Seriously, let's have some fun with this one. I might be doing an event. This, you know what? Let me keep it. I'm not even gonna. We're gonna keep that quiet. But look out for something like this in the near future. It's coming. It's coming. It's time to play. Okay, so that was fun talking about these trends. Throughout the year, if we see any more trends, we're gonna go ahead and keep talking about them. So we're just gonna stick with those five. All right, so now we're gonna go on to our game called Trend or Trash. I'm going to throw out some trends and you decide if we should keep them or if they're trash. All right. So I'm going to leave my opinion out of it. I'm just going to give you the trend. And what I want you to do is I want you to either email me, answer on the Substack, or hit IG, tag Obsidian, what minus mindset, and let me know which one you think. All right. So I'm giving you five. All right. So the first one, drinking chlorine water for clearer skin. Trend or trash? Personally, I say it's trash. Just drink regular water. But if you let me know, you let me know. Do you have experience with this one? I know I said I keep my opinion out of it, but this is also a podcast, so I'm gonna put my opinion back in. But you let me know if I'm thinking wrong, if I need to bring this in, I need to bring this into my skincare routine because I like what I'm doing. But if I'm always looking for new things. All right, number two, silent retreats to detox from conversations. Now I'm gonna say, you tell me what y'all think. But for me, as an introvert, this sounds amazing. I think I'll do bomb on this one. I think it'll be a welcome, welcome, welcome retreat. I would actually do this. So I'm gonna say trends. I know some of my extrovert friends are like, I would never, baby, try it ever. Okay, number three, wearing weighted vests during everyday task. Um, I'm gonna like, what do you consider everyday tasks? If it's like going to work, right? I would say it's trash. But for me personally, I know I wear it when I'm walking my dog, but that's the only time. That's the only real time I wear it outside of the gym. Um, so I'm gonna say trends, unless you're doing it too much, then it's trash. Because then I'm probably judging you. Like if it's under your suit, like all right, chill out. If you're going to the grocery store, okay, come on, sir, right? But I don't know. I don't know. You let me know. All right, number four, ice baths every morning for mental acuity. Um, so, so I know it's a trend. I know it's a thing. I've tried it. I know you're supposed to do like the acclimation piece of it. I've never reached farther than like 30 seconds. No, not even 30 seconds, 15 seconds cold, and I have to take it off. So I'm sure this is nice. I'm gonna say trash, but I'm sure it's trendy. I'm sure it's a trend. Okay, last trend, skipping workouts to meditate instead. Why is this a trend? Why is this? Why I'm gonna say trash because why I gotta pick? I like both. I usually do both. I usually work out and then I meditate. Okay, so let me know what y'all thought about those. Which ones are trends? Which one were trash? I want to hear y'all opinions about it. That was fun. Okay, I definitely because there's so many trends out there, um, and that's what they are. They're just trends, things that go in and out. Because honestly, we are in a space where everyone's bodies work different. Everyone has a different tolerance. Everyone has different levels of commitment, consistency, time, energy, focus, priority. So I understand why folks are looking for trends and seeing what works for them. But at the bottom line, trends come and go, right? And the approach is to, with them, approach them with a abundance mindset, but also be like cautiously optimistic, right? What you want to do is focus on what adds to your life and ignores what stresses you out. Wellness isn't just about doing what's trendy, it's about doing what works for you. And one thing I like to say is I'm very willing to try anything once, usually, as long as it's not harming me or anyone around me. And it might not be for you, but that doesn't mean you can't take pieces of these, let's say, diets or workouts. I've said this before, and then combine it to make it something that works for you, right? Just because the full thing doesn't work out for you doesn't mean like a portion or a something that you learned from that diet or workout or lifestyle change Is it something that you can learn to keep with you? All right. So, what are we going to do before we wrap up? Before we wrap up, my challenge to you is to reflect on your 2025 goals, if you have any, and think about which trends align with them. It could either be one that I mentioned or one that you know about. Let me know if you know about one that I didn't mention. Try one of these trends this week, one that excites you and makes you feel good. That's also not trash. And let me know how it goes. And if you enjoy this episode, make sure you share with a friend or tag me on social media with your trend or trash hot takes. Let's keep the conversation going, y'all. And as I like to say, thank you for picking you today. All right, bye, y'all.